She should have known not to join the competition. I'm sorry, if this is a space for Black people, why are you trying to compete?
Space Gang, welcome to a brand new episode of the BK Space Show. I am your host, the BK Space, and I am here with my very lovely co-host,
Novacaine, baby.
All right, Space Gang, this is our second episode. Thanks for dropping through on that first one last week, because man, we were rusty as hell, but we pulled it off.
I don't think we were too bad. At all.
No, we weren't.
I really enjoyed this season premiere.
Yeah, it was actually a really good episode. I definitely enjoyed it. What we talk about?
A little bit of everything.
We did, for real. But
a little bit of everything.
Before we jump out the window too far here, make sure you do me a favor and head over to www.thebkspadeshow.com. That's spades with the Z at the end, not an S. And make sure you head over to Apple Podcasts. To give us a rating, give us a star rating, and so we can, you know what I'm saying? No, you're supposed to tell them that part.
So, Space Game, we are in a competition to get into the top 250. To get into the top 250 of the rated podcasts on Apple. So we need all of the ratings, all the reviews that we can get, so we can get rated in the top 250. We know we could get rated that high, you guys. We just need your help. That's all.
That's right. We just need them stars, and we need them reviews. I mean, and make sure you definitely tell us how you feel about each episode. I'm gonna get it out. Tell us how you feel about each episode, so we know which way to grow next.
Yes.
On today's show, we are going to be talking about a few topics, some things that I saw come across my eye socket, and I thought they were pretty interesting.
Bruh, I know you did not just say come across your eye socket.
I did. It just felt like the thing to say at the time. I'm getting my DJ Envy on today. That's what's happening. Now I'm just playing none of that DJ Envy light skin energy they be saying.
Hey Mo.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't you do that.
All right. So before I get into any of these topics, I want to, ask Novacaine how her weekend has been going.
Oh, summer 2021 is lit out here. My weekend was amazing, actually. Saturday, I got to spend some time on the wharf at the waterfront, and I got to see a very special person. And we also went out to eat at this crawfish. We also went out to eat at this crawfish spot. So I was able to try some crawfish. Of course, I got my crab, and it was good. And then Sunday, shout out to B2T. We have our monthly meetings. So this past Sunday was our monthly meeting, and we went to the park. We had our meeting in the park, and then we walked down the brunch. And I didn't fall in any bushes, but it was lit.
I'm glad you didn't fall into any bushes.
Well, we don't even have any bushes like that in BC, because like when we was walking from the park to the brunch, I was like, where's the bushes at? Where are we gonna fall? How are we gonna fall? Yeah, so we was just ratchet. We saw some people, I'm the one that spotted them out. We were walking, and it was like these two young kids. They were probably like early 20s, maybe even teenagers, but they were like making out crazy. So here go me. Ooh, hey, go ahead, girl.
You ain't shit.
I had to.
Leave them kids alone. We all been there. But you know what though?
You gotta size it. It makes it steamier for them. They like that shit.
You know what though? Like I feel like us as adults seeing that, we were probably like, we're more supportive in the crazy way. We're gonna make jokes. We're not gonna like shun them for it,
No, why would we?
Yeah, because
everyone does it.
Yeah,
everyone does it. I don't know why people shun people for affection or PDA. Like, we need more of it.
I don't know either. I mean, unless you just out here getting it. You know what I'm saying? If you
I wouldn't even mind that. Say, nah, let me.
Oh no. Did we just enter an exhibitionist mode around here? Is that what's happening?
I'm not kidding, but I'm just kidding. I wouldn't mind seeing that, just minding my business, walking down the street, and you just like, ah. So that's how we working on a Tuesday.
That's me right there. That's the type of stuff I be doing. Hey, yo, I see you.
Okay. Get some for me.
Hey, shout out to the ladies of B2T. I kind of miss them a little bit, man. I really like chatting with them. They were cool people. And all the other ladies that's joining too, man. I'm glad you guys are doing your thing and it's still going strong and getting better.
Thanks, BK. I appreciate it.
Well, I guess I could tell y'all about my weekend because I ain't do nothing. I was looking at my grass, hoping I could cut it. And because my lawnmower was busted. So then I had to call somebody. And then they never showed up because it kept raining. So that was like my entire weekend. See, this is how much of an adult I have become. Like, I'm looking at the yard and I'm like, other people's yards are getting cut. And my yard.
So why didn't you cut your grass? It was raining?
My lawnmower is busted right now. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know how to fix it?
I mean, I've been learning how to fix every other issue on it. It's just now it's one of those. I'm at the crossroads of is it the battery or is it the spark plug? And I know this is
it's gas. It runs on gas.
Yeah. So I'm there. I just got to go to the store to do it, but I was just gonna get somebody else to do it, because I'm not one of those people that just be in the botanist. I'm not that. I don't have like some special power where I can go out there in the yard and make it look good. So I was just gonna hire somebody else to do it and then just continue the work after they made it look good. You know what I'm saying? Just follow. Listen, it's like when you were a parent and you have to cut your kids' hair, you're gonna take them to the barber shop. You're gonna let the barber line them up at there for like the next 2 weeks until you can get them back there. You just don't follow the line the barber made.
I'm not hip.
This is how it goes. No dude will tell you that, but it's the truth. Every barber follows the other barber, unless that barber fuck your kids up, and then they have to reset the line. But anyway,
you done used one already. I want to use one.
But I did catch some shows over the past week, though, and since we're jumping into the nerd realm this episode, I figured we're
going straight Blerd.
We're going straight Blerd today. So, all right, Blerd, Space Gang.
You better know what a Blerd is, Space Gang.
Yeah, okay? I mean, we've definitely talked about this. The whole black nerd thing. I don't think it's that hard of a thing.
I think we've mentioned it at least 5 times by now since I've been on the show. At least.
All right, so we're gonna talk about BlerDCon eventually here, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that yet. Let's start at Space Jam. No, I have not seen the movie, but I want to talk about it. A New Legacy, Space Jam: A New Legacy, because they just shut down every critic that was talking about this movie that's saying it wasn't going to be good. In fact, it beat Black Widow. It pretty much threw Black Widow off the
in the box office. It did.
Yeah, so
it did.
I'm happy. And then LeBron tweeted out like, you know what I'm saying?
LeBron James
tweeted about it. Everybody was tweeting and excited about how great the movie was doing. And it's been mixed. Adults are hating, some of them.
It's not for the adults. It's for the child.
I mean, not every adult is hating, but a few of them are.
So this is what I got to say about Space Jam. When we watched Space Jam when we were children, we enjoyed it. It was what we liked as children, right?
Yep.
But a lot of us grew up and then we rewatched it and realized this movie trash.
It is.
The children of today will be able to grow up and say, at least this movie still has a good plot.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't watched it, but I've heard, like, I've seen kids really enjoying the movie. I've seen some adults saying that it was really good.
Space Gang, I don't think you guys know this, but some years ago, I used to be a huge movie spoiler, right? So, like, I might have strained a few friendships that way, but who cares, you know? They got over it.
I blocked her for like a month.
It's okay. You still love me.
Yeah.
I'm still the co-host.
You, spoiler alert, she spoiled Han Solo getting killed. If you ain't seen that by now, something wrong.
And I don't even watch Star Wars.
I know.
I saw that somewhere online, and I was like, you know what? This would be a great spoiler.
Man, for those on the audio, y'all should see this look I'm giving her right now because I was so salty when it happened. I was hurt. I was like, no.
I'm still sorry to this day, but you don't understand how hard it is for me not to spoil this right now, and you haven't watched the movie yet.
I mean, who's watching Space Jam for the plot though?
No one watches it for the plot. You know what I'm saying?
Is the plot that epic?
The plot isn't epic, but it's a good plot. It's better than the first movie to me.
Does anybody really remember what was going on in the first movie?
I had to be reminded. And damn, I done forgot already because I just had this conversation earlier today. But it was basically based around Michael Jordan and him coming back to the NBA, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was baseball, wasn't it? Because I remember him.
Nah.
Did he go back to the NBA at the end of that movie? He did.
I feel like he went back,
dropped him. See, I ain't even watching it. I watched Space Jam like twice. And I do remember after he beat the Monstars, they put him on. He had to go back to the baseball game because he played for the Barons in Birmingham.
Yeah, he was a baseball player, right?
And they dropped him on the field, the baseball field, at the end of that.
At the end of the movie, or in real life? In real life?
Well, he did play for the Barons in real life too.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying like they dropped him after the movie. Is that what you're saying?
No, the spaceship at the end of the movie. I hope.
Dropped him off in the
spaceship. Yeah.
Oh.
And then everybody was like, "I believe I can fly."
But that did come from that movie.
Yeah. If Space Jam 1 didn't give us anything, it most definitely gave us the graduation song for the next 20-something years.
Yeah, everybody I know pretty much graduated from elementary and middle school singing "I Believe I Can Fly." It's a fact.
Man,
just about everyone I know my age group, yeah.
Yep, I Believe I Can Fly was the soundtrack of our graduation lives.
They even sing "I Believe I Can Fly" in Drumline. You remember at the beginning when they're graduating from high school?
Yep, I don't like that movie. Okay, I don't hate the movie. It's just going from high school to college at the same time as going to the
Drumline had came out?
Yeah, it was right around the time I was going to get ready to go to college. Yeah.
That's funny. And then you was in the band too?
Yeah, so it kind of had your hopes. So you was like Nick Cannon doing all this stuff. And I knew better, but I was in your mind, you was like, it's going to be a breeze.
It's finna be a breeze. Shout out to Hod Davis. But
it was not.
No, it was not. Okay.
I mean, we touched that on the last episode. I'm not going to go into any details of this. I'm just saying Drumline had a whole bunch of kids, including myself,
thinking that it was one way.
Yeah. That movie was, while it was fun, it was not a complete truth. Let's say it that way.
So back to Space Jam, right?
Yeah.
Space Jam 2 didn't have like it was a decent soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
The animation to me was pretty good. Like I really like the I don't know what the animation style is called, but when they like put the 3D into the real world, that was really good. Like I like the way that so it's just CGI?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was really good. Don Cheadle, of course, did a great job in his role, as always.
Name a bad Don Cheadle movie. You can't.
There's a couple of gripes I did have with the film. I feel like Marvin the Martian should have had a bigger role. they should have just casted LeBron's real family for all of that. Like, like when you watch it, you're going to see what I mean by that. And I gave it about a good 7.
Okay, 7 is admirable.
Yeah, I gave it about a good 7. I mean, because it has the right amount of cheese for me. You know, it has the right amount of cheese.
So it wasn't like Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I've never watched that movie because I knew that it was going to be horrible. So I never
watched it either, but I seen the previews and you know, used to come on TV.
And you just was like, nah, son.
This ain't it.
Nah. I may have enjoyed it more than I liked the first movie, but I like LeBron James more than I like Michael Jordan.
I believe you. Let's talk about Loki. When I tell you that last scene, this is where the spoilers start. The last episode, when Jonathan Majors shows up as He Who Remains, that man gonna get an Emmy. I'm going ahead and call it now. As long as he stays connected to this franchise, he is going to get an Emmy. He might be the best. He is the best acted villain in the Marvel universe right now.
I agree.
I know y'all love Thanos. I love Thanos too, but let's just be real. There's been no villain other than Ultron that actually put in some real acting skills. Everybody else has kind of been just
killed it.
Yes, everybody else just kind of been like phoning it in for the character because it's superhero stuff. But Jonathan, he came in, man. Listen, I'm going in with knowledge of the character as a whole, but still subverted my expectations.
Good gracious, I know that picked up on my God.
I don't think it did, but yeah, it still subverted my expectations. I was like, I was not expecting him to play this character the way that he is playing him.
Man, he did that.
Man, this is my favorite.
He did that. First of all, I love what they're doing with the MCU. I know we've said this before with WandaVision, but I love what they're doing with the MCU right now because we already knew that the multiverse existed. We already knew these things. And then like they already released Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness title. So when Loki came out and they're like, oh, there's just one linear universe. This is how we keep it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hold up now. From the very first episode, it's like, all right, we about to get into some shit because obviously somebody did something. So what's going to go down? Bruh.
Yo, listen. Like, first of all, let's just talk about the clues that they had already sprinkled in. If you were paying attention to any of the artwork and stuff and the way the magic and stuff was flowing in WandaVision and the artwork for Multiverse of Madness, and then you go watch Loki and you watch the time stream and it starts sprouting out, it's always been there this entire time. Like, it's literally been here this whole time, and we were just
and that's what Marvel be doing. That's what Marvel be doing. So every time I watch like a Marvel film from years ago, I'd be like, are these spoilers?
Yeah, listen. And in the first, what is the movie that's Shang-Chi and the 10 rings about to drop? Go back and watch Iron Man 1. Who had him? 10 rings.
Good night.
I'm saying Marvel been on it.
Marvel is on it, young. And like even like with the I have rewatched Ultron over the weekend. Right? So what's her name? Agent Hill, when they're in the in Stark's tower at the very beginning, and she goes, "Where's Pepper? Where's Jane? Where are the ladies, fellas?" Like that. And then I'm like, is this supposed to be for the A-Force? So it's like just everything just coming together, and they're just like, I don't know how to explain it, but the MCU is like killing it, bruh. Like they're really killing it.
It's so cool because you can definitely watch those movies just what they are in that moment. But if you like those sleuth type people like I am, and you go back and you start watching these things, and like I watch movies, I'm missing action points because I'm looking in the background for like, okay, what's next? Like, was it Endgame when they were all showing up on the screen trying to figure out what was going on, like the hologram screen, and I forgot what they said, but they were like some threat was coming or something like that, or they were going to check with somebody else, and they were talking about Namor. No, we ain't heard of Namor yet.
Wait, but go back. They was talking about Namor in Endgame?
Yes, they brought up something. I can't remember what the line was.
I'm gonna rewatch everything, bruh. I'm gonna rewatch everything.
Okay, it's speculated that they're talking about Namor, but Namor is a heavy hitter in the Marvel comics, and he's coming.
Oh, too. You talking about when they said it was an earthquake underwater?
I think so. Yeah.
And she was like, "What are we gonna do about it? It's an earthquake underwater. What are we supposed to do about
it?" Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like, listen. My mind has been blown. Like, we seen Kang. That's who Jonathan Majors. Sorry, spoiler alert, because we don't know this officially. But
yes, we know this officially. Know it officially. Did you not see that daggone statue?
Wait a minute. When we say officially, it has not explicitly been said. But
But he has been casted for King the Conqueror and what? Quantumanium? Is it Quantumanium or is it?
It is Quantumanium. So in the Ant-Man movie at the end, the second Ant-Man and Jane, right? I mean Ant-Man and the Wasp.
They dusted away.
Yeah, if you go through the multiverse, through the little what is it called when they shrink down? That
the quantum tunnel.
Yeah, when he was in the quantum realm. If you looked over, I think it's on the left side, you see like a small little, you see like a whole palace or something over there.
Get the fuck out of here. That's supposed to be.
I don't know if that's exactly.
I'm watching everything over. I watch everything over.
But it might be Kang's Chronopolis. And another thing, more things that's leading to Kang that we didn't realize. If you watch the last episode, the episode before last of Loki, was it episode 5 when they were going through, and you see the Avengers Tower and you see all these different landmarks. If you look at them, they don't say Avengers Towers. They say it's like QENG, is like King or something like that, the way you pronounce it. Kang, it's Kang's shit. He ain't got money, okay?
Of course he does.
He bought, in one story, he buys Stark Industries from Tony. So that gives him the Avengers Tower and all those stuff, and he rebranded everything. Like, y'all, you just gotta pay attention. Kang's been all over this entire time.
Gosh.
Listen.
I go by many names. Ruler.
Yep.
Conqueror.
Yep. That's my guy right there. I was hyped when he looked. Hey, they were tripping me out. They said he had that music video, every music video in the where you go into a mansion, how you be sitting there chilling and the doors just open up. Yo. And then he proceeded to drop the greatest lines in the MCU right now.
Right. I'm so excited. I haven't been this hyped. Well, I have been this hyped for the MCU before, but it's been a couple of years now. It's been a couple of years, you know. Yeah. But right now I'm like overly hyped. Like
I am.
I can't wait.
Jonathan Majors maybe. I'm not saying he is, but he might be the best casting in a while that we've seen.
So speaking of going back and rewatching things, Captain America is a little bit cringy.
Why you say that? Which Captain America? Like the first one?
Steve Rogers.
Oh, you saying the character as a whole?
Chris Evans playing Steve Rogers as Captain America.
why is he cringy?
Because only in some films. Because in Age of Ultron, it's like he didn't like hone into just Steve Rogers. He just stayed Captain America, and Captain America is supposed to be like a little cringy and cheesy. But like even when he was supposed to be just Steve, he was still Captain America. Yeah, and it was just a little hard to watch, like really looking at it and like listening to him. I'm just like, but like by Civil War is a whole nother feel.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of hard to separate Steve and Captain America, you know, because the character itself is built off of Steve's personality, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I can understand why it would definitely seem like really, it's like Superman in the 60s. You know, Cap came from that same era, you know, that 40, 50, 60s era superhero.
The cheesy superheroes.
Yeah, the Silver Age type stuff. It's just, you get used to it, but I hate it personally. I hate it too. So, I mean, I respect the game of the Silver Age, but that's not my favorite time period of superheroes.
Not at all.
I mean, as
what
far
else is on the bill?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Oh, my bad. You were saying something.
As far as 80s and 90s superheroes, I think that's the personalities that work the best because they're over the top, but the stories was really good, and that's where a lot of these movies and films are referencing. But you're right, we do have to move on. All right, spoiler over for Loki. I just feel like we gotta say that now.
One last thing.
Spoiler not over for Loki.
Loki really sat there and gave up being a ruler, someone in charge, a king, for love. And Sylvie broke his heart.
Well, I mean,
Loki broke his heart.
Listen. It's still loving himself. So is it really that noble? Is it though? It's technically loving himself.
I guess it's not, because it is technically loving himself, and it's not like yeah. So is it incest or masturbation?
I don't know. Well, no, it can't be incest because
it's not incest because they're not related.
Yeah, so it is technically, but it's masturbation. But I mean, we've seen Loki do weirder things, like the Loki character. The Loki as a whole
it's factual.
The man's son is a giant snake.
Yeah.
Not in the MCU, but I'm just saying.
True.
Let's see what else we gotta talk about today. Let's talk about TV shows that we would recommend.
Definitely Loki.
I knew you were
all of the MCU shows that are out right now. If you're not watching Snowfall, you already know I love me some Snowfall. Watch Snowfall. I think it'll be back in September. October.
I'm not watching
November,
Snowfall.
One of those. You'll love it.
Are you sure? I'm gonna tell you.
Did you like The Wire?
I didn't watch The Wire. I don't like crime dramas like that.
Oh, then never mind. You might want to skip it.
I watch them if they're on, and then I get stuck in them. I'm gonna watch them. But I'm more I'm more on the Law and Order, CSI type. I like the format itself because it's like it is created to hook you and then throw the story out. I hate long-winded stories. This is why it's taking me so long to get through goddamn One Piece, which is the show that I would recommend. But there's so many episodes.
Did you just really recommend One Piece for real? With this 1,000 episodes?
I did. Don't watch them all at one time. You got like
you're gonna watch it all at one time. That's 1,000 episodes. How you gonna watch it all at once? I'm
pretty sure I'll be done by the time I get like 60, 65. So it's all good. I got stuff to watch.
And it's still going.
It is still going. I was like, I thought this was like over. What is going on?
Nope. 2,000 episodes on the way.
If there's one show that I would probably recommend the most, and it's 10 episodes, and it is criminally too short, and that is Over the Garden Wall. It is literally about two kids, they're brothers, who end up they were running from a bully or something like that. Then they go over this wall and end up in this like really mystical, weird, creepy place. Definitely, if you're into that type of thing, where you like the weird, crazy, but old-timey style cartoons, it's good.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah. It's cool. It should be live action. That would be a dope ass live action.
I know that people keep on suggesting, what's that show called? Handmaid's Tale, A Handmaid's Tale. And I know I just got another suggestion to watch Black Sails. Did you watch that?
I watched, I think, like the first season. It was good though.
Okay, then I'll watch it.
It was pretty good.
And then I'm not really watching too many shows right now, Brody.
Like, I'm not watching a lot, but I'm watching a few.
I'm watching an anime right now. I'm watching
What anime you watching, girl?
To Your Eternity.
I don't think I watched that one yet.
I think has been a popular manga, and the manga is called To You the Immortal.
Okay. Ooh, Beastars. That's a good one.
Season 2 just came back.
I know. I seen it. I was like, I got to get up on that.
Season 2, I got to get on that too. I'm actually going to watch season 1 over because it's been some time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch season 1 over, and then I'm gonna watch season 2. But I know I'm excited for it. Let's see what else.
It's It's a few things I would recommend, but I think Over the Garden Wall, Beastars.
Are you watching Sweet Tooth?
I am, but I'm a little turned off by it because they went a little too happy for me. It's too bright.
Oh, it's too bright. It
the source material. I'm not really one of those. You got to follow the source material,
but you should at least have the guideline.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, the creator is on board with this show. He loves it. He absolutely loved the way it went. I just personally, I was wanting something a little bit darker, and it does get dark. It's just not dark enough for me. Because I kind of wanted to see a kid really go through something, you know. And I feel I haven't finished it yet, but it's just I'm trying. I'm like, I just wanted to be a little bit darker.
To Your Eternity is pretty dark.
Oh, good. I like darkness.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's dark and sad as hell. I can't wait for Attack on Titan because that's probably one of my favorite the darkest anime that I have on my list right now. Have you been watching Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the new season to drop.
So you finished?
Yeah, it's in October.
Why didn't you tell me this?
I did tell you. You just don't remember me telling you. I told you. I did. I promise.
You didn't tell me you finished. You didn't tell me you finished. And you waiting for the second part of the season?
I am.
So how you feel?
How do I feel?
Yes.
I like the fight between Armin and
you liked it.
I did.
Why? Because you like to see Armin get his ass whooped?
No, I was hoping he was gonna stand his ground a little bit, but you know, I'm glad he threw a punch.
True.
I'm like, true. No, that's what's up. Hey,
true. At least he stood up for what he believed in. I could see that. I understand. Yeah, true.
Yeah, at least he did that.
But Aaron,
my guy,
Aaron, aka Aaron, don't give no fucks, Jaeger. That's who he is right now. Say no.
Yo, you wildin' for real. All right, yeah. So, Aaron and Armin.
Listen, Aaron gives no fucks. Okay, Aaron killing kids, killing innocent and bystanders, teaming up with his brother, turning on his friends. He don't give a fuck.
You know what? You know what though? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I do understand why. You know, it's for the greater good. You know, I'm the greatest good you ever had. Are you reading the manga? Do you read manga the whole time?
I don't. I do that. It's just that'll be way too much on me. That's like I'm already reading comics. I'm good. Throwing the manga on top. I'll be like,
isn't the manga only a Japanese comic? That's all it is, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it's basically all it is. It's a different. It's a different format though.
Yeah, because they read right to left.
They read right to left. The pages are different.
The pages the panels are different too.
Yeah, it's more like they put their comics inside of a regular normal novel, whereas comic books we have a magazine format. You know.
So that's what it is. That's the
For
difference.
the most part. Yeah. It's just I mean, and you know, we're more likely to have more color. Because I think a lot of mangas are in black and white.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So, I mean, as a person who likes color.
But I love me some Aaron. Aaron Yeager and Zeke the Beast. Bruh.
Zeke be snapping though.
Bruh.
The strategy of it all.
That scene of him and
Oh, you watch this more than I do, and you drawing a blank on the name.
Because I'm so excited. Freaking Levi Ackerman. I could not believe I almost forgot his name real fast. That scene between him and Levi?
Listen, Levi is probably like my favorite character out there in that show.
Yes, I agree. Me too. Me too.
Can we get like a Levi B show where we just follow Levi through the entire events of season 1 through 4? Like, I will watch that.
Please. We can even get like a Levi backstory.
Prequel. Yeah, give me a prequel.
Yes, please.
Love that character.
Yes, please. Can we see how he became a beast?
Yeah,
the beast that he is today.
Listen, because when he hit that 360 and he just rolled up that arm like he Sonic the Hedgehog or something. Yo,
you talking about in season 3? Bro.
Yo, Listen, them Titans. Oh, you know what though? For those who don't know, Attack on Titans is basically. Probably should have said this at the beginning.
Yeah, we should have.
Attack on Titans is basically you have these giant Titan humanoid-looking characters, and they attack villagers. These little villages. Humans. They eat humans and stuff. It gets very devastating. And this is not a spoiler. This is what the base of the show is.
Yeah, this is not a spoiler. Everything else was spoilers, but this part not a spoiler.
Listen, if you never watched the show, when it opens up on that first episode and everything's just going so well, and then it's like boom, it just starts, you know what I'm saying? And
it's only good for maybe about 3 minutes, honestly. It's really cute for like three to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it goes to hell.
You know what though? I think on a personal level, and all the animes I've seen, I've watched, I think that was probably like the best opening episode 1 from any anime I ever watched.
Actually? Damn, Brody, I support that.
Yeah, I think if we did a countdown of opening episodes.
Season 1, episode 1?
Yeah. I think I could support that. It takes the trophy. It takes the trophy.
I can support that because I'm huge on like if I watch a show or anime or whatever type of series it is. If that first episode does not drag me in, I'm not gonna watch it. Yeah. So Attack on Titan is definitely one of those anime that just drag me straight in as soon as I watch that first episode. Like, give me more, I need more.
You know what? And what's crazy is we've watched many animes where they open up with like giant moments of destruction and fight scenes, and like we've seen hundreds of anime, and they all have their special quirks and stuff. But that one,
there's something special.
Yeah, it just stands out.
Yeah,
I think it's the best. It might be the best kaiju anime. That's just
Monsters.
Word for monster. It might be the best kaiju anime ever. I think
it's. I don't know if I watch any other kaiju anime.
I definitely have. And
name some.
Let's see. You have Godzilla, which he got a new one now. I haven't watched that.
He got an anime.
I think it is an anime. Yeah, he got a couple.
I'm gonna watch it.
I know they had that last one. It was like CGI, and it was okay. I liked it, but it wasn't like. Yeah, this feels like this is what Godzilla's supposed to feel like.
What else?
It was devastating.
What else is like mainstream kaiju?
Oh man, I can't think of the names. It's like I know a lot of the kaiju stuff is mixed with mech, a lot.
Yeah, and then that's what I don't like. Like I'm not a fan of that.
Why?
I don't know. There's something about mecha anime that just doesn't do it for me. The only mecha anime that I actually really enjoyed was Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Well, we're not talking about giant kaiju. We're talking about kaiju as a whole. Shoot.
Them daggone Titans were some daggone giant kaiju.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Sheesh, the Colossal Titan?
He's too big, man. He's just way too damn tall.
Way too big.
Some other kaiju anime. Devilman. You ever watch Devilman?
Devilman Crybaby?
Yeah.
It is on the list.
Listen, first of all, if you weak-hearted, do not watch Devilman. It's not that bad, but for some people, the fact that you saying he's Devilman and the way some of the imagery, some of the lights, the way it all blends, it's just
I love
a lot.
That stuff. I love that. I love that. I used to watch Tales from the Crypt when I was 1. I love it.
Listen, Tales from the Crypt was like one of the greatest shows that I don't even know how that happened. Well, it's a comic book also, so why would I know that? It's a comic book.
Of course you know that.
But the Crypt Keeper is like top 10 monsters of all time.
I agree.
I don't think there's a better storytelling monster than the Crypt Keeper.
I agree.
And I think we need to see the Crypt Keeper back. I don't know
how.
What?
I don't know how. I don't know what. I don't know how they're gonna do it or even execute it properly. But they need to make it happen. ASAP. Thank you.
Let's see. What else? What other animes or cartoons that I would recommend that's not even new, but I just You Lie to April is still like in my top 5 of you kind of just have to watch that.
You Lie?
Yeah. It's a kid. It's about music, but it's more than that. And if I tell you too much, then it kind of spoils everything.
Did you watch Black Widow yet?
No. Are you going? Who's talking about anime?
I'm sorry. It just popped into my head.
I wasn't even gonna talk about Black Widow because I ain't watched it yet. Because that's one I don't want you to spoil.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, because it's kind of already been spoiled a little bit. But I see photos and stuff pop up, and I just keep scrolling. But because of my extensive knowledge of shit and comics, I kind of know where it's going. I can piece it together, and I'm like, I'm just gonna act in denial, like I don't know if I watch the movie, and then act surprised.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Let's go back to this anime and the cartoon.
No, we're passing the anime.
Oh, we're passing it. Oh, okay, cool. Sure.
Yeah.
Say less.
The moment is over. You killed.
I'm sorry. It just popped into my head because I remember in the season premiere you said you haven't watched it yet, but that was like a week ago.
A week ago? I'm gonna watch it though. I am going to watch it. It is on the list. I have to watch it with other people. That's kids. They got to be ready in pocket. I just can't be ready. I'm dad mode, so I just can't be like, I'm gonna watch.
It's completely different. It's completely different. I understand.
Yeah, but and we've been kind of waiting on this one for so long. It's like, what's another week? That's how I feel now.
Because it was supposed to come out last year, like last May.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happening to a lot of the sales in the theater for it.
And you remember I told you before we left for season 3, I told you how I wasn't really excited for Black Widow because we had to wait for so long.
I'm only excited about Taskmaster, and I'm worried right now because I keep seeing headlines of Marvel makes change to Taskmaster. It's a secret or something like that. And I'm like, oh gosh. Are they going to do
the lady that was in,
Yeah, there you go. Look at you about to spoil it. You're about to spoil it. You were just about to spoil it.
I think I was about to actually.
All right, we're just gonna talk about something else.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
So, BlerDCon happened not a couple of days ago.
Oh, shit, I forgot we were about to talk about this today.
Yeah, we got to talk about it. It happened a few days ago at this point because we're recording this on a Tuesday. So they were in DC, right?
DC area. They was in Arlington.
Okay.
Arlington, Virginia is right outside of DC. It's right across the bridge.
But the way they would like the hashtags and the symbolisms and
they do that. They do that a lot with DC area things. They'll claim that it's DC when it's not really DC.
Yeah. I guess it's easier to do that when it comes.
Yeah, because you can't fly into Arlington, and a lot of people don't know that there's an Arlington, Virginia. So.
I know that the only Arlington I know is Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, exactly.
Also, that's another show I would recommend. I'm watching King of the Hill again, but I'm watching King of the Hill and rewatching it after so many years. Just at the beginning of it, man, it's like woke Republican stuff, and it is and it is like the greatest show. Like, if you've never seen like the beginning of King of the Hill, that show is wild.
King of the Hill was a little bit ahead of his time.
It really was. It's some good commentary. Mike Judge is a person that does not get enough fanfare, and he is a legend. I said it. Mike Judge is a legend for King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead, Daria too, because they all came from Beavis and Butthead. But anyway. We're talking about BlerDCon. I'm sorry.
Yes, get back to Blerd. Oh. Every time you see what my face turns. Every time you say BlerDCon, I'm like, ugh.
So that's where the black nerds come, they all come together. They get their cosplay, and just like any other nerd convention, they have a contest
for the cosplay,
for the costume play, and it was just cosplay for short. And this year, a white woman, I don't know her name.
This is actually the second time a white person won in the cosplay contest.
Really? So we're acting like, The point is, the controversy is a white lady won, and a lot of the blurs on the internet are upset, rightfully
super upset, and
it is rightfully so. It's rightfully so, and no matter how I feel about it, this is how they feel. And as a person who doesn't cosplay, who don't have to go to white conventions trying to get into like these different competitions and stuff, I can understand that anger and the outrage. But
I was weak when I seen somebody call her Little Red Riding Hood Bo Peep. I was on the floor.
But hold on, because I have to say this too. On the flip side of that coin, it is, you can't discriminate against people when they come through. And I know I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. Like, if they really told her she could not, think about it on a legal standpoint. If they told her that she could not compete because she was white, or say non-black to make it sound more adjustable, acceptable. What? Anyway, you know damn well it would have been a legal issue.
Okay, I'll agree to that. Blah blah blah. But she should have known not to join the competition. I'm sorry, if this is a space for Black people, why are you trying to compete? Yeah, I understand you put in the hours, you handmade your cosplay, but these Black creators also hand created their cosplay as well.
Yeah.
Why didn't they win first place? Not last year. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2019. If not 2019, it was 2018. Another white person had won. That was the first time it happened. White person won. And the runner-ups were immaculate. Like, these daggone cosplays were beautiful. One thing I did not like is that one of the judges had made a comment like, oh, if we're not going to give high points if you're just going to have a piece of cardboard and we can see the stitching. And I'm just like, was that professional or was that not? Like,
no, it wasn't. First of all,
and it was like really the message that they had put out was just really rude. It was really rude.
They felt attacked in that moment.
Yeah.
And it was rude. And as a professional, you don't ever want to lash out at the people like that. Exactly. You have a competition. Your job is, first of all, if you guys are having this big event, get a damn PR team. Right? That's number one.
Number one.
Number two, when you put out your statement, you have to sound professional. You never put your personal feelings in those statements.
Nope.
So he felt personally attacked, which I
get
it. No, I understand why you would. It's human nature, but when you're in a position like that, you definitely have to make sure you present yourself a little bit better.
You have to, Young. You have to, like that. I didn't even go to BlerDCon because I had things planned this weekend on top of it was a vaccinated event. So like I wasn't gonna go get vaccinated just to go to BlerDCon. Like what? But I mean I could have also bought a fake vaccine card if I really truly wanted to go, but at the same time I already had things planned, whatever.
Yeah.
Each year, this year it didn't look that fun, honestly. Compared to like previous years, especially what was it, 2019? I think that was like the biggest year I've seen so far. It didn't really look that great, aside from like the cosplay. And then there was no one there. I think like the only person that was there was the Yellow Ranger.
Oh man, my boo was there.
Yeah, she was there.
Hey girl, if you listening, you're not. But I'm saying. I'm like one of your biggest fans. I ain't gonna never tell you on Instagram because I don't want to sound like one of them thirsty people, but I'm just saying, hey girl. Hey, you know what though? You know, we see these things happen all the time. And I think there's a few factors that we need to look into. If the shoe was on the other foot and we were at a white convention, would you be upset if they told you couldn't compete? Number two, was the cosplay that good compared to the other?
Did you see it?
I did, and I don't think it was. It was It was. Don't get me wrong. It was nice.
It was nice. Really nice.
It wasn't an ugly cosplay. It was
Little
great
Red
work.
Riding Hood Bo Peep was really good. Like, I'm not going to lie. She did a really phenomenal job.
Yeah, she absolutely did.
It's just that I feel like there was other costumes that were way better. But someone also put into perspective, like what we were looking at were just pictures. There's no telling what these judges probably were taking points for, giving points for, you know, like if something was like not stitched properly, they probably would take points off for that. If you could see like the inside of something, I'm pretty sure you could take points off of that. But at the same time, for it to happen a second time, it's like, what?
Yeah, and from the comments that was made in 2018, 2019, then the wave from some of the perspectives that I was reading on Twitter, and this is just me speculating, it definitely comes off as we're just giving them like the extra push because they're white. And we have this white savior complex about ourselves that we just can't seem to shake, that we need the affirmation.
Not we personally, but not we as a community.
As a community, yes. Okay. That we need, like, we need that white cosign. Like, we gotta have that white person to say this is cool. Like, you see it, and it's not just from us. Even
we don't need that.
We don't. But even when you see this, like in the political realm of life,
yeah, true.
Even when you see those arguments, what happens on the Republican side when a black Republican shows up?
True.
What's the old girl name that we can't stand? The one that Candace Owens. No matter how incorrect she is or how ignorant she sounds, if she is siding with white Republicans, guess what happens? It's a cosign. They put it at the top. And that's not to say it don't happen on the Democratic side as well, because it does. What happens with the Democrats is the same thing that happens with the Republicans. It's a problem. You don't need other races to tell you how a race feels when you could just ask them yourself. And we're telling you we don't like it. We're telling you we're not cool with it. We're telling you we don't need you. It's the same thing with black movies in Hollywood. Like, white people, they discover Friday like years later. It was like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever.
Going around saying bye Felicia. Now they put it on TV, t-shirts and stuff.
We didn't ask you to do that. We don't need that. We know our movies are great. You don't ever see anybody bring up in these Hollywood posts where they were like, great movies. What's the argument now? Black people don't have good movies. Like, that's not true. We had the Wood. We had the Brothers. We had
The Wood. I love that movie.
I'm just saying, we had black movies, black films that were really good.
Color Purple. I still get really upset with Color Purple, even though Color Purple is probably one of the best movies in the black community.
Well, I guess you can consider it a black film. There's other black films that's made by white people that we consider black. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue.
But like, I'll never forget when I first watched the film in its entirety, from beginning to the end, and I was like, "Mom, this movie's so great. How many Academy Awards does it have?" And she was like, "None." And I'm like,
"One."
Huh? And then I went to go search it. And some wild ass, whack ass movie that year won all of the categories that Color Purple should have won. And then I didn't even watch that movie. I think it's called like Into the Wind or something like that. But from what I've read and everything, it was not that great of a movie.
They never are, and the Academy at that point was
super trash, because that was in the 80s.
They still are at times.
Oh no, hell yes.
but then they try to fix it and they go heavy-handed. It's like, yo, don't do that.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy across the board.
It's super trash. Like, I was really upset because I think they won like some Golden Globes, but they didn't win not one Academy Award. And they were pretty much nominated in every category.
First of all, this is my philosophy. After finding like stuff like that out, because I found that out too, my whole philosophy started to shift. It's like, I don't need to see that some white organization telling me that a black film is good. No, fuck that. I don't give a damn about the Academy Awards. I don't care how many Grammys someone have.
Yeah.
Or someone has. I'm sorry. My point is, I don't give a damn about you having these awards because in the long run they don't mean anything because we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of black films. Okay, not hundreds, but we say 100s of black films that's made by black filmmakers that's like fucking amazing. And I don't need white people to tell me it's good. Just like I don't need Vogue to tell me that black hairstyles is in because some white lady discovered it. I just don't need it. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, that's what's really been throwing me off a lot lately is that they're trying to whitewash black hairstyles, and it's really driving me insane. Like that's something that's really driving
everything for so long. Look, Living Single. Friends is Living Single. I know people just discovered this, but it's been a thing like this entire time.
I just put that together maybe about 3 years ago, and that really pissed me off because Living Single is so much more funny. It's so much more in depth. Like the Living Single is just so much more better than Friends, and it's not because one show is black and one show is white. No, Friends was corny as hell.
It was, and then I mean, even go back to the music.
Way too super messy. Way too super messy.
It was. It was not as put together as Living Single was. And hold on. Then we go back. Let's go back to music. Elvis been stealing. Okay, I get it. I know Elvis gave props to those black artists, but the point is, he also benefited from black music and black style that he appropriated. Him and a whole bunch of other people in that era. And it still happens to this day. So
to this day, from the beginning of time, young. That's why we got too much flavor. We got too much style. Of course, people are going to want to copy it. I think I just saw a memory from like 2012 or 2011 about how there were white folks stealing black creators, just everything from black creation. And now we're here in 2021, and black creators on TikTok are refusing to make.
I mean, and even
they don't even want to make a daggone simple, as simple as a dance. Listen, as simple as a dance.
Go back to when Fortnite first started getting big. They took all these dances and stuff from people and market them. Now it's called Fortnite dances. No, and I get it. When you have art that you're supposed to inspire other art. I get that, but this is not what that is. This is literally stealing someone else's talent and making it your own. But yeah, stop looking for cosigns from white people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't, enjoy stuff with white people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you don't need the cosign. Art is art, and you're gonna find and love stuff without somebody telling you that you should find it and love it. Just look for it yourself and enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it. Don't be out here acting like the person is better because they got a Grammy. They're not. Their art doesn't always mean it's better than somebody with a Grammy doesn't mean that art is better than someone else's that don't have it. That's all I'm saying.
So we're actually starting something new where we're just going to talk about some new music that's been out or some new music we may have discovered since the last episode. Of course, I'm still on that J. Cole new album. It's about a good 2 months old at this point, but I'm heavy on Tyler the Creator right now. Call Me If You Get Lost. I love it. I'm addicted to the album. I can't stop listening to it. I just can't. And also, I'm a huge fan of that Twerkulator song by the City Girls. I don't know why, but it's something that triggers the ratchet.
I think they said after like 5 times you hear a song, you just start to like it. And I think that shit is mad true because I done heard that so much, and now I'm just like, I kind of like
I guess I like it.
yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
That's what happened to me and Jocelyn Hernandez. I know I've mentioned her a few times on the show, but she's a reality show star, and she's always been trying to get into music. Stevie J was like producing her music and everything like that at first, and her music was pretty trash. But she's with somebody new now, and her new guy is also a producer. And I don't know what he did to her music, but he's doing a great job. And her music is so much better now. Like these couple of songs that she dropped, I was like, okay, Jocelyn, I can feel it.
I don't know if I can ever get into her, but
you don't have to.
I guess
it's
since
for
you
the
recommended,
ratchets.
yeah, it's definitely. I'm not into like a whole bunch of huge. That's not my movement. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that song that you was telling me about earlier was a ratchet song.
First of all,
I never heard of it, Speaking.
It's called Bunny Hop. The Entourage Bunny Hop is a classic song. It's been played. It's not classic. It is a classic. Ask anybody from the South about the Bunny Hop, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's my." Oh,
so it's a Southern classic. That's what it is.
You know what? I haven't been around the country like that, but I just know like every party just about I've ever been to, and even now still.
You've been to a party up north and they played that song?
I've not been up north like that. I went to Ohio for like a few days, and then I came home. That's
messed up. That's messed up.
Whole up north experience.
That's messed up. I feel like Southerners don't want to come up north, but y'all are so open for us to come down south, though.
First of all, because we have Southern hospitality, okay? That's just
okay. Just knock on my door. I got Southern hospitality. I got Northern hospitality.
Y'all kind of aggressive though. Y'all be like, "Hey, give me some of that tea," and then y'all just if you do that in the South, we be like, "Yo, why you so rude?"
Y'all know that I'm super fucking aggressive, okay?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all ask for like stuff aggressively, and y'all don't be pissed. You do that in the South, and somebody be like, "Who the hell are you talking to like that?"
It's gonna be a fight.
Yeah. All right. So I've been listening to some new music actually. So yeah, here we go. No, don't you do that. I see you smiling. I feel like you judging me because I'm a little older.
No, I saw something.
All right, so here we go. So Fafa by Kobe Nguegwe and his wife Fat.
Yes.
And then Eat also. Yes. That's a good one. They're both by the same artist, by the way.
Yes. He went off with this album, bruh. They went off.
They most definitely did. That's my shit for real.
How you say his last name?
It's Nguegwe, right? Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it?
You know I butcher a word in a heartbeat. So I know his name is Toby.
Let's see. Show You the Way by Thundercat. And the reason that I like that song is because that man got Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins. Them some white guy legends from the Blue Eyed Soul era.
Did you say he got? Who was the first person you just said? I heard you say Kenny Rogers, and that just threw me through a loop. Who was the first person?
Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald.
Oh, Michael McDonald. Yeah.
That's from the Blue Eyed Soul movement, right? Yeah. So that was crazy that he got them on the track. Like when I seen the video, I was like, "Where the hell you find them at?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
Oh, you said you don't really like ratchet music, but the Migos dropped a new album too. That was okay.
It's not that I don't like ratchet music. It's just it's just not my vibe. My vibe is more of a soul type. You know what I'm saying? Soul R&B.
I like it all. I
like that. Don't get me wrong. Like if I was in a party settings and some Lil Jon came on, you know what I'm saying? I'm up in there.
Right.
You know,
but if I'm on every
day, Lil Jon still making his rounds. Don't take Lil Jon like that now.
When the last time Lil Jon made a song?
Recently, they just did a song. I forgot the artist's name, but they did Crunk Ain't Dead. That was like a few months ago.
Crunk Ain't Dead. Oh, it's not?
I guess
that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know.
They did the song about it. Juicy J was on the remix.
What? Why am I just finding out about this?
How the hell you ain't know? Let's see. The DJ Khaled album was good too, though. I listened to
that. Was I.
The Sorry Not Sorry is my favorite joint. Of course it is, because Jay-Z and Nas on there
together. I'm waiting for. Oh yeah, that was my jam. That joint crank.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting Big Paper too. With Cardi was good too.
I'm waiting for my boo Aubrey Graham to drop something.
Who? No, just kidding.
You know who Aubrey Graham is? Drizzy Drake.
Yeah.
Champagne Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Who?
What else did he go by? That's it. I think that's it.
Hold on. Oh yeah. And then I discovered Eamon. I don't know if y'all
Wheelchair Jimmy.
I know y'all don't know who Eamon is anymore, but he had that song "Fuck You." Right.
He made some new music.
Yeah, he got a song with it's called Money Money with Ghostface Killer.
I heard that joint.
It ain't that new, but I just recently found it, so I've been listening to it kind of heavy too. But I think I'm going through my list here, and I think that's pretty much.
I'm back on 90s R&B too right now. Like I always like try to be like with the recent music, and then I always find myself right back into the 90s R&B.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
So I'm on the 90s.
Wasn't that Kalani?
Oh, that joint hard.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
That joint hard.
Is it I Like That? Is the name of it? And
speaking of T-Pain, he's Tom's voice in the Tom and Jerry movie when he sings.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was so cute. I was like, yay!
But for me, that's all my new music. That's all I got.
That's it.
And we're gonna do a music episode too in a few.
We are definitely gonna do a music episode. And to all of the artists out there that are listening, let us know if you'd like to be invited. If you want us to feature your music on the show, just let us know.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna have a few artists. Hopefully, if everything work out like I'm planning it to, we're planning it to. We're gonna have Mr. Bowtie, the guy that produced the music.
Yes, Mr. Bowtie. Thank you.
On our show.
Can't wait to see you again.
Yeah, so he's gonna be on. He's got an artist that he's gonna bring on with him. And I got another artist that's I'm hoping a couple of more artists to jump on that episode as well. And we're just gonna do a panel. We're just gonna talk about new music, some underground stuff. We're gonna talk about the industry and getting into the industry and all that good shit. You know how we do. But
you know how we do.
But I think we've been rambling on long enough today.
Yeah, because this is just a miscellaneous episode right quick.
Yeah. We definitely wanted to nerd out a little bit, but
check out that Loki.
Yeah, definitely go do that. And tell us what you think about the whole white people winning that BlerDCon, because I'm interested to know.
I want to know too. And then we gotta find some like screenshots and stuff so we could have a reference for the Spades game that haven't seen the pictures.
Yeah, we definitely had it up on the Facebook and maybe the Twitter. All right, so Spades Gang, do me a favor. I want you to head over to www.thebkspadeshow.com. I am hella close to this mic. Let me back up a little bit. But head over to www.thebkspadeshow.com where you can find blogs, bios, all our shows, audio, and a few select shows for the video. And head over to YouTube if you want to see all our video shows.
Yes.
Make sure you like and share and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts, because we need to know which way we need to go next, and we can't do that without your 5-star ratings and your ratings to tell us what you think about each episode. We definitely need you to do that because we are in a competition to get ranked, and we can't get ranked unless you help us get ranked. So you gotta leave those reviews. You gotta leave those reviews.
We need help. Help us now, please.
What voice is that? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and I know we're not wearing it today, but do us a favor also when you head over to www.thebkspadeshow. There you go, just ASMR stuff again. You know what I'm saying? Go over there and purchase some shit. I'm sorry.
Go over there and purchase some shit. Did you just say that, yes? Go over there and get you your t-shirts, your masks, your mugs, your stickers. I think it's time to maybe add some more.
I'm actually getting ready to add the official logo shirt as well, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm excited. I have been the BK Spade, here as always with my very lovely co-host
Novacaine, baby.
Y'all Spades Gang, y'all be cool. Thanks for listening.